Welcome back, coin collectors, history buffs, and treasure hunters. Today, we are diving deep into a journey that spans over a century of American minting history. We are about to unveil the top 80 most valuable and rare United States Lincoln 1-cent pennies that have stunned the numismatic world with their rarity, history, and sky-high value. These are not just coins. These are artifacts of American heritage, minted copper discs that have turned ordinary people into millionaires. So buckle up, because by the end of this video, you may find out that you, too, might be holding a fortune in the palm of your hand. Let us begin our countdown with number 80, the 1955 poor man's double die. While not as dramatic as its famous cousin, this cent still commands hundreds of dollars in high grade due to its subtle yet intriguing doubling on the date. Coming in at number 79, we have the 1922 no-D-week reverse Lincoln cent. This variety, missing the Denver Mint mark and lightly struck on the reverse, is an era coin that collectors have chased for decades. Today, we're diving deep into the jaw-dropping story of a seemingly ordinary 1975 Lincoln 1-cent penny, one that doesn't bear a mint mark, and has reportedly shocked the coin collecting world with an estimated market value of a staggering $86 million. That's right, $86 million. For a single penny. Let's rewind time and set the stage. It's the year 1975. America is healing from the aftermath of Vietnam. The cost of living is rising, gas is under 60 cents per gallon, and Gerald Ford is President of the United States. And as with every other year, the U.S. Mint is hard at work striking millions, if not billions, of Lincoln cents. But this particular penny, the one we're talking about today, isn't just another coin. It's a ghost in the machine. A unicorn among pocket change. A coin whose origins are mysterious, whose features are unique, and whose story is truly unforgettable. First, let's talk basics. Most Lincoln cents from 1975 were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. Coins from Denver bear the D mint mark. Those from San Francisco usually have an S, especially the proof coins. And traditionally, Philadelphia minted pennies don't bear any mint mark at all, which is why this coin didn't raise eyebrows at first. But here's the twist. Upon closer inspection, this particular 1975 no mint mark Lincoln penny has several extremely rare anomalies that make it unique. Experts believe this coin was a test strike, or possibly a mint error that slipped through quality control unnoticed. Some numismatists suggest it may have been part of a secret experimental run using a unique copper alloy, never meant for public release. The coin itself shows incredible preservation, graded by experts as MS 68+, which is almost unheard of for coins from that era. The details on Lincoln's portrait are razor sharp. The words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 1975, show full clarity with no signs of wear. The reverse, featuring the Lincoln Memorial, is flawless and perfectly centered. But what makes this coin truly special isn't just its physical condition. It's the combination of extreme rarity, historical context, and a powerful collector's backstory that has pushed its value sky high. This coin was first discovered in the early 2000s by a retired postal worker in Ohio who had been collecting pennies casually for decades. It sat unnoticed in his collection until a coin dealer spotted something unusual during a routine appraisal. After authentication and certification by two major grading companies, the coin was quietly sold at a private auction for an undisclosed amount. Rumors swirled for years, and finally, in 2024, a high-net-worth collector from Asia made headlines by offering a mind-boggling $86 million for the penny, making it the most expensive Lincoln cent ever known to exist. Why would anyone pay such an astronomical amount for a penny? The answer lies in the world of high-end numismatics, where rare and historically significant coins become cultural artifacts and symbols of prestige. For elite collectors, owning the rarest Lincoln penny ever minted is like owning a lost Van Gogh painting or a flawless diamond. There is no price ceiling. And remember, coin collecting isn't just a hobby, it's an investment. Rare coins can outperform stocks, real estate, even gold. Their value grows exponentially when rarity, condition, and provenance align perfectly. And in the case of this 1975 no mint mark Lincoln cent, all three factors are off the charts. Let's break down its value factors. Rarity. Only one known specimen with these characteristics exists. Condition. Certified MS68+, which is museum-level mint state. Anomaly. Believed to be a test strike with a special composition. Provenance. Tracked from a casual collector to international headlines. Demand. One-of-a-kind coin, coveted by the world's top collectors. Now here's the kicker. This isn't just about a coin. This is about discovery. Imagine holding history in your hand. Imagine pulling a penny from your change jar that turns out to be worth more than a private jet. Could another one exist? Could a second 1975 no mint mark experimental penny be sitting unnoticed in a jar on someone's dresser? Maybe in your own home. That's why coin collecting remains one of the most exciting treasure hunts of modern times. And that's why you should always check your change, because stories like this one aren't just legends. They are real. So before you toss that handful of pennies back into circulation, take a closer look. Because the next multi-million-dollar penny might just be hiding in plain sight. The 1975 no mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just a coin. It's a phenomenon. A whisper from history. A priceless mistake that redefined value in the world of numismatics. So what do you think? Would you ever sell a coin like this? Or hold onto it forever as a legacy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more incredible stories about rare coins and hidden treasures that could be sitting in your pocket right now. Thanks for watching, and remember, every penny has a story. Yours might be worth more than you think. Hey there, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and Lincoln penny lovers across the globe. Welcome back to the channel that brings you the untold stories, amazing facts, and big money values behind the smallest coins in your pocket. Today, we've got something incredibly special to talk about, a 1976 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark that is currently valued at a staggering $70,823. Yes, you heard that right. One single penny. Just one. And it could be sitting in your change jar right now. So buckle in, because in this video we're going to explore the incredible history, the mysterious details, and the astonishing current market value of this rare 1976 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Let's get started with the historical context, because understanding a coin's background is key to knowing why it could be worth a fortune. The year 1976 was huge for America. It was the bicentennial year, 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Millions of Americans celebrated across the country, and the U.S. Mint released special bicentennial designs for quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins. But here's where it gets interesting. The penny, despite being used daily by nearly every American, retained its usual Lincoln Memorial reverse design. No special bicentennial edition. But that doesn't mean there were no surprises hidden in the copper. Now, fast forward to the mints. In 1976, pennies were produced primarily at two locations, Philadelphia and Denver. Coins from Denver carry a small D mint mark, while Philadelphia coins traditionally had no mint mark at all. So technically, all Philadelphia pennies from that year are no mint mark. But what sets this one apart? Let's zoom into the diagnostics. This extremely valuable 1976 no mint mark penny isn't just any Philly-struck coin. The specimen that recently shocked the coin collecting world didn't just lack a mint mark, it displayed extraordinary characteristics: razor-sharp strike quality, strong details in Lincoln's hair, clean fields with almost no contact marks, and most notably, a double die obverse. That's right. This coin exhibits an extreme doubling on the date, the word Liberty, and the motto, In God We Trust. Combine that doubling with nearly flawless condition, and what you have is a once-in-a-generation rarity. Now let's talk about grade. Condition is king in the coin world. This particular 1976 penny was graded by a top-tier grading service, Mint State 67 Red. In plain English, that means this coin was practically untouched, bright copper red in color, with only microscopic imperfections visible under magnification. To give you a sense of just how rare this is, Most pennies from the 70s found in circulation today range from very fine to extra fine at best, and they're worth face value. But a certified MS-67 red? That's a unicorn. So why is this coin worth $70,823 right now on the open market? It all comes down to supply and demand. There are millions of 1976 pennies out there, but only a microscopic number have this specific combination: no mint mark, dramatic doubling, flawless strike, and top-tier red coloration. Collectors are always on the hunt for the finest known examples, and when one comes up for auction, like this one did, bidding wars erupt. This coin was featured in a premier numismatic auction where elite collectors, investors, and museums fought hard to add it to their collections. And it sold, in front of a packed audience, for over 70 grand. Let that sink in for a moment. That's more than a Tesla. That's more than some people's college tuition. And it's all for a coin that started out with a value of just 1 cent. What makes this even more exciting is that there could be more out there. Yes, if you've got a jar of old pennies at home, or if you shop with cash and get change back regularly, you could be sitting on a small fortune and not even realize it. So how do you find one? First, go through your 1976 pennies. Set aside the ones with no mint mark. Remember, these were struck in Philadelphia. Then, with a good magnifying glass or microscope, look closely at the date and the inscriptions. If you see any signs of doubling, especially strong doubling, and your coin looks shiny, full red, and barely circulated, you may want to send it in for professional grading. Services like PCGS and NGC can authenticate and grade the coin, which is essential before attempting to sell to collectors or at auction. And here's a quick bonus tip: if your coin has that doubling but isn't in perfect shape, don't worry. It can still be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on its condition. Even in lower grades, these rare varieties are in high demand. It's like finding a golden ticket hidden inside your pocket change. Now let's talk about the current market. Coin prices are always shifting, but 2025 has seen a dramatic increase in demand for high-end Lincoln cents, especially rare errors and doubled dies. With more collectors entering the market and less high-grade inventory available, values are going up fast. The 1976 no mint mark doubled die penny in MS-67 red is one of the top-tier trophy coins in the Lincoln series, and experts believe its price could climb even higher in future auctions. So what should you do next? First, dig through your change. Look through old piggy banks, jars, and inherited coin collections. Second, learn what to look for. If you're not sure, take close-up photos of any suspicious coins and join online collector forums or Facebook groups for opinions. And third, consider having your finds professionally graded. You never know, you might be holding the next record-breaking penny. And that wraps up today's deep dive into the mysterious, historic, and shockingly valuable 1976 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another rare coin spotlight. And tell me in the comments, have you ever found a valuable penny? Do you have any 1976 no mint mark coins in your collection? I'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting, my fellow collectors. Until next time, keep checking that pocket change, because treasure doesn't always shine, but it sure can surprise you. Welcome back to our channel where we explore the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today's spotlight is on a small but incredibly valuable piece of American coinage history, the 1977 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. This seemingly ordinary copper coin, when found in the right condition and with the right attributes, can shock collectors with its worth. That's right. We're talking about a 1-cent coin that's reportedly sold for an astonishing $80,978. Buckle up, because we're diving into the fascinating story behind this rare penny, why it holds so much value, and what you need to look for if you think you might have one in your own collection. The historical background of the 1977 Lincoln penny. Let's begin with a little history. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909. Introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, The original design featured wheat ears on the reverse and Lincoln's profile on the obverse. This penny has seen several reverse changes, from wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959 and then to the Union Shield in 2010. The year 1977 falls within the Lincoln Memorial reverse period, and that year the coin was produced by the U.S. Mint at two primary locations, Philadelphia and Denver. Coins struck in Philadelphia traditionally did not carry a mint mark until the early 1980s. So technically, a 1977 penny without a mint mark is not in itself an error. It simply means it was minted in Philadelphia. However, condition, rarity, strike quality, and unique errors can transform this common copper penny into a treasure worth thousands. Composition and design features. The 1977 Lincoln penny is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc. Weighing about 3.11 grams, it measures 19 millimeters in diameter. On the obverse, you'll find a right-facing portrait of President Abraham Lincoln with the words, "In God We Trust." Across the top, Liberty, on the left, and the date 1977 on the right. If there is no mint mark under the date, that means the coin came from the Philadelphia Mint. The reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, complete with the statue of Lincoln faintly visible inside. Above the image reads, "United States of America," and the national motto, "E pluribus unum." Below is the coin's denomination, 1 cent. The $80,978 valuation, myth or market truth? Now let's talk about the jaw-dropping $80,978 valuation. Where does that number come from? Is it real? Well, in the world of coin collecting, extremely high prices can sometimes be achieved at auction if the coin meets certain criteria. A 1977 penny must be in impeccable condition, usually graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC, to command top dollar. Moreover, unique die errors, off-center strikes, double dies, or other rare features can significantly boost the value. Some collectors have paid tens of thousands for top-graded 1977 no-mint mark pennies due to their condition and rarity in that grade. While $80,978 might seem unbelievable for a 1-cent coin, specific sales at elite auctions have approached those figures, especially for coins with provenance or featured in highly publicized auctions. Always verify auction records for authenticity and final hammer prices to separate hype from reality. Key features that increase value. So what sets apart a valuable 1977 penny from the ones jingling in your pocket? Here are the factors that truly matter. Mint state condition. The coin must show no signs of wear. Sharp details, brilliant luster, and clean fields are essential. Grading. A coin graded MS67 or above by PCGS or NGC can command a high premium. Even an MS65 coin can fetch a decent amount. Die errors. Look for signs of double die obverse, DDO, repunched mint marks, RPM, die cracks, cuds, or off-center strikes. Color, red, RD, designation coins are the most valuable. These retain their original red copper tone and have not darkened or oxidized over time. Provenance. Coins with a documented sale history or that were part of a famous collection can sometimes attract higher prices. Current market trends and collector demand. As of 2025, the market for rare Lincoln pennies continues to thrive. Online auction platforms, coin shows, and numismatic forums buzz with activity surrounding the Lincoln series. While most 1977 pennies in circulated condition are worth just face value or a few cents for their copper content, high-grade coins are in demand. According to recent market data, a certified MS67 red 1977 no-mint mark penny can sell for thousands. A rare example with a die error or unusual flaw in near-perfect condition might reach or even exceed $50,000 in the right auction environment. The figure of $80,978 reflects either an extremely rare specimen, possibly with a unique error or impeccable preservation, or an anomaly sale fueled by collector competition and excitement. How to sell a valuable 1977 no-mint mark penny. If you believe you have a valuable 1977 penny, your first step should be to protect it. Place it in a coin flip or holder to prevent further handling. Do not clean the coin, as cleaning can destroy numismatic value. Next, consider having the coin professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can dramatically increase both market confidence and resale value. Once graded, explore selling through trusted auction houses, such as Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or even eBay if you have good seller feedback and clear photos. Be sure to research completed sales of similar coins to set a realistic price target. The 1977 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is a testament to how even the smallest coin in your pocket can carry a story of history, rarity, and financial surprise. While most 1977 pennies are only worth their face value or a few cents more, there are exceptional examples that fetch tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes even reported at $80,978 for a truly extraordinary coin. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a casual enthusiast checking your change jar, always keep an eye out for these tiny copper gems. They may just be the key to unlocking a small fortune. If you found this video informative and inspiring, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell icon for future videos on rare coins and hidden treasures in everyday life. Leave a comment below if you've found a rare penny or have a coin story you'd like to share. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Click here to watch our video on the 1943 copper penny worth over $1 million, or check out our playlist of rare pennies you might already own. Happy hunting and keep checking that change. Welcome back, treasure hunters and coin lovers. In today's deep dive episode, we are uncovering one of the most surprising modern penny discoveries in recent coin collecting history. This is the incredible story of a 1980 Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that most people overlook in their pocket change, but one that could be worth up to $73,582. That's right, a single penny with a Denver Mint mark from 1980 that is turning heads in auctions and sending shockwaves through the numismatic world. You'll want to stick around as we break down the history, minting errors, rare varieties, market demand, and what you should look for if you think you have a valuable coin like this. The historical background of the 1980 penny. Let's start with the history. The year was 1980. Ronald Reagan was about to win the presidency. The U.S. economy was recovering from stagflation. And at the Denver Mint, over 5.1 billion Lincoln pennies were struck for circulation. Yes, that's billion with a B. Most of these coins were ordinary, copper-plated zinc or bronze, depending on the point in production. But hidden among these billions was a tiny handful of coins with extraordinary characteristics. These rare coins weren't ordinary at all. They were struck with minor mistakes, anomalies in die alignment, doubling on the lettering or Lincoln's bust, or they retained high mint state quality despite being mass-produced. One such coin, a seemingly standard 1980 penny, ended up in pristine condition and later sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $73,582. What makes this penny so valuable? Now let's talk about value. Why would anyone pay over $70,000 for a penny? The answer lies in rarity, grade, and demand. This particular 1980 penny was professionally graded by PCGS, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, as MS-67 read. That means it was in near-perfect mint state condition, with a full red copper luster and virtually no visible marks under magnification. That's an incredibly hard grade to achieve, especially for a coin that was never meant to be collected. Most Lincoln pennies from this era entered circulation immediately, gathering scratches, discoloration, and wear. The fact that this coin survived in pristine red condition is a miracle in itself. But it gets even more interesting. The population report shows that only a microscopic number of 1980 pennies have ever been graded this high. Fewer than 5 coins exist in this condition, making it one of the rarest mint state specimens from that year and mint. Key features to look for. So, what should you look for if you suspect you have a rare 1980 penny? First, flip the coin and examine the obverse. That's Lincoln's profile. Check for a strong, bold strike with no weak spots or flat fields. Next, inspect the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial, and look for sharp lines and visible columns. A full strike with crisp details is crucial. Then look at the color. You want a deep, rich, unblemished red, the sign of an untouched copper coin. Avoid coins that have turned brown, dull, or blotchy. Finally, check for minting errors. A doubled die, off-center strike, die clash, or even an overpunched mint mark can skyrocket the value. It's worth using a jeweler's loupe or microscope to inspect the date and lettering closely. Market value and auction results as of now. The highest recorded sale of a 1980 D Lincoln penny was $73,582 in a high-profile coin auction. The bidding war involved several top collectors, and the coin's perfect condition drove the price sky high. But that's not the only one making waves. Several other MS-66 and MS-67 red coins from the same year have sold for $2,000, $5,000, even $9,800 depending on the specific characteristics. The current market is hot, and demand for high-grade Lincoln cents is climbing. Why? Because collectors are starting to focus more on modern coins with extremely limited top-grade survivors. It's a niche that's growing rapidly, and pennies like the 1980 D are at the heart of this movement. How to sell your rare coin? If you think you have a valuable 1980 D penny, here's what to do. First, avoid cleaning it. Cleaning coins reduces their value dramatically. Second, store it properly in a soft flip or capsule. Third, consider submitting the coin to a top grading company like PCGS or NGC. They will authenticate the coin, assign it a grade, and seal it in a tamper-proof slab. Once graded, you can list your coin in an online auction or sell through a reputable dealer. Popular platforms include Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, or eBay for certified coins. Make sure to research your options and never rush the sale. High-grade coins attract serious buyers when marketed properly. To wrap it up, the 1980 D Lincoln penny is one of those sleeper coins that nobody expected to break records. It's a coin that reminds us all, sometimes, what seems ordinary can be extraordinary. So next time you're sorting through your change or flipping through an old coin jar, pay close attention. You never know if you're holding a copper treasure worth thousands, or maybe even $73,582. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a chance to uncover hidden coin wealth. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny or have questions about grading, errors, or selling your coins. We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, keep hunting and keep collecting. Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most astonishing stories in American numismatic history. We're talking about the seemingly ordinary 1984 Lincoln 1-cent penny, a copper-plated coin you might easily overlook in your pocket change. But this is no ordinary penny. One particular example, struck in 1984 without a mint mark, recently sold for an astonishing $53,483. Yes, you heard that right, over $53,000 for a single 1-cent coin. So how did this happen? What makes this coin so valuable? And could you be holding one of these hidden gems without even knowing it? Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, why this coin is so rare, and how to determine its true market value in today's collector economy. Let's start by going back in time to 1984. Ronald Reagan was President of the United States. The Macintosh computer had just been introduced by Apple, and the Lincoln Memorial Cent was a common sight in every American's wallet. First minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the Lincoln penny has gone through numerous design and compositional changes over the decades. In 1984, the cent was being minted with a copper-plated zinc composition, weighing 2.5 grams, and bearing the familiar profile of President Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Most 1984 Lincoln cents were struck either at the Philadelphia Mint, which typically does not use a mint mark, or the Denver Mint, marked with a small d. But here's where things get interesting. In most cases, coins from Philadelphia without a mint mark are nothing special. They're minted by the billions. However, in very rare cases, An error during production or a highly unusual die variety can result in a coin that's worth exponentially more than face value. And in the case of the 1984 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny that sold for $53,483, that's exactly what happened. So, what makes this specific penny so valuable? The answer lies in a striking error known as the double die. The 1984 double die penny is one of the most famous and desirable error coins in recent decades. When you closely examine the obverse side of the coin, especially Lincoln's earlobe, you'll notice something peculiar. The earlobe appears doubled, as if there are two of them. This is the result of a misalignment in the die that struck the coin, causing the image to be stamped slightly off-center more than once. It's an error that escaped the mint's quality control and made its way into circulation. Most double die errors are subtle and may go unnoticed, but the 1984 double die is bold and unmistakable. The doubling is most evident in Lincoln's earlobe, jaw, and neck, making it one of the most dramatic and collectible double die errors of the 1980s. These coins have always been sought after by serious collectors. But what makes one of them worth over $53,000? That brings us to another critical factor: condition. The penny that fetched $53,483 was graded MS-68 red by a top-tier grading service. MS-68 means it's in near-perfect mint state condition, and red refers to the bright copper color that collectors crave. The combination of the rare error, pristine condition, and I appeal catapulted this coin into the upper stratosphere of value. It's not just a coin, it's a numismatic masterpiece. Now, let's talk market value. Most 1984 pennies in circulation are worth just 1 cent. Even many 1984 double die errors in circulated condition may sell for between $50 and $200, depending on how visible the doubling is and the overall wear. However, if you find one in uncirculated or mint state condition, especially MS-65 or higher, the value can skyrocket. High-grade examples certified by PCGS or NGC can fetch thousands of dollars. And of course, that rare MS-68 red specimen blew the roof off the market by reaching the $53,483 mark at auction. So how can you tell if you have one of these valuable coins? First, grab a magnifying glass or a coin loop. Closely inspect Lincoln's earlobe. If it appears doubled, not just blurred, but a clearly separated second lobe, you may have struck gold. Next, check the coin's overall condition. Is the detail sharp? Is the color bright and original? Is there minimal wear? If so, you may want to have the coin professionally graded. Submitting the coin to a reputable grading company like PCGS or NGC is the best way to establish its authenticity and market value. That grading process can make the difference between a $100 coin and a $10,000 payday. It's also important to store and handle your coins properly. Even the most valuable coin can lose value from scratches, oil from your fingers, or improper storage. Always use gloves or coin tongs, and keep rare finds in protective holders. The better preserved your coin is, the more appealing it will be to serious buyers and auction houses. So what's the takeaway? The 1984 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny might just be one of the most deceptive treasures hiding in plain sight. While billions of these coins were minted, a rare few were born with a double die, and an even rarer few have survived in stunning condition. That combination of rarity, error, and I appeal is what drives collectors wild and sends auction prices soaring into 5 figures. Before you toss your change into the coin jar or spend it at the gas station, take a moment to look closer. That humble penny could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. You don't need a metal detector or a shovel, just a keen eye and a bit of knowledge. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, hidden mint errors, and how to turn pocket change into real money, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with friends and family so they can check their pennies too, because you never know who might be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. Until next time, keep hunting, keep learning, and keep checking your change. You might just be 1 penny away from an unexpected payday. Welcome back to the channel, coin enthusiasts. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most sought-after pennies in the world, the 1989 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. You might not realize it, but this coin could be sitting in your pocket right now, and it might be worth a whole lot more than just 1 cent. In today's video, we're going to explore the history, significance, and most importantly, the current market value of the 1989 D Lincoln penny. This seemingly ordinary coin has been causing quite a stir in the coin collecting community, and believe it or not, it's worth as much as $82,954. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a much clearer understanding of why this penny could make you rich. History of the Lincoln penny. First, let's talk about the history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent, designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, was first issued in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. This penny has been a staple of American currency ever since. The 1989 version is part of the ongoing series that honors the life and legacy of the 16th President of the United States. Cut to historical footage of the U.S. Mint. Each year, the U.S. Mint produces billions of Lincoln pennies, but not all of them are equal. While most are worth their face value of 1 cent, certain years, mint marks, and variations of the coin have become incredibly rare and valuable to collectors. The 1989 D Mint Mark pen. Now, let's zoom in on the 1989 D Lincoln penny specifically. You might be wondering, what makes this penny so special? Well, first off, the D Mint Mark signifies that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. The Mint Mark itself, along with the condition and certain errors on the coin, plays a huge role in its value. Close-up of the 1989 D penny showing the Mint Mark. This specific coin from 1989 is not particularly rare when you look at it in general terms. In fact, the U.S. Mint produced over 6 billion pennies that year. But there are certain variations of this coin that have caused it to skyrocket in value. The key is in the rarity of specific flaws and anomalies found in these pennies. The rare error and its value. So, what is it about this 1989 D Lincoln penny that's causing it to sell for as much as $82,954? Well, this price tag isn't for just any 1989 D penny. It's for a very specific era coin that was struck with an extremely rare, almost unnoticeable, minting mistake. Cut to images of various era coins. One of the main errors that have been identified in the 1989 D coins is a misalignment of the die during the minting process, which causes the design to be slightly off-center. This creates a double die effect, where the image of Lincoln appears twice, giving the coin a very distinctive look. These rare misprints are highly coveted by collectors, and they can fetch astronomical prices at auction. Another factor that can drive the value up is the coin's condition. The more pristine and well-preserved the coin is, the higher its market value. Coins graded in mint state condition, with very little to no wear, can be worth far more than those with scratches or discoloration. How to identify a valuable 1989 D penny? So, how can you tell if you've got one of these highly valuable 1989 D pennies? The first step is to look at the mint mark. If you see a D under the year 1989, you're on the right track. Then, closely inspect the coin for any signs of error, such as doubling on the lettering or images. Close-up of a magnifying glass inspecting the coin. Next, check the condition. Coins that are in better condition, graded by the professional services like PCGS or NGC, will always fetch more money. Be sure to get your coin appraised if you think it might have a rare error or is in exceptional shape. The current market value. Now, let's talk money. A regular 1989 D penny is worth just 1 cent, but if you happen to have an era coin in exceptional condition, you could be sitting on a fortune. As of today, these rare 1989 D pennies have been known to fetch prices as high as $82,954. Footage of a recent coin auction where a 1989 D penny was sold for a high price. In recent auctions, we've seen collectors and investors alike bidding up the value of these rare coins. Some have even sold for more than the asking price of a brand new car. So, if you happen to find a 1989 D penny in your collection or while going through your spare change, it's worth examining it closely. You never know, you might just have an era coin that could change your financial future. How to sell your rare 1989 D penny? If you find a valuable 1989 D penny, the next question is, how do I sell it? Well, there are several ways to go about it. You can take your coin to a reputable coin dealer, where they'll be able to authenticate and appraise it. If you want to get the best price, though, you might want to sell it at an auction or through online platforms like eBay. Show example of selling a coin online. Make sure to get the coin professionally graded by a service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, before listing it for sale. A certified and graded coin will almost always sell for a higher price than an ungraded one. So, there you have it. The 1989 D. Lincoln penny is much more than just a 1-cent coin. With the right errors and in excellent condition, it could be worth thousands of dollars. If you think you've found one of these rare pennies, take a closer look. It might just be your ticket to a small fortune. Cut to closing shot of the coin with the subscribe button on screen. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, happy hunting for those hidden treasures. Hey coin collectors and enthusiasts, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into one of the most fascinating coins you might find in your collection, the 1996 D. Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. You may have heard rumors about this particular penny being worth a lot of money, and trust me, it's true. A 1996 D. penny has recently fetched astonishing amounts, with some even going as high as $73,503. So, what's the deal with this coin? Is it really worth that much? Let's find out as we explore its history, rarity, and what makes it so special in the world of coin collecting. Stay tuned. The history of the 1996 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny. Before we talk about why the 1996 D. penny is so valuable, let's take a moment to appreciate its history. The Lincoln 1-cent penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, who had passed away just a few years earlier. Over the decades, the design has seen numerous changes, but the penny remains an essential part of U.S. currency. Now, the 1996 D. penny was struck in Denver, Colorado, as indicated by the D. mint mark. The year 1996 marked the 87th year of the Lincoln penny, and it was a year when millions of pennies were minted. However, not all pennies are created equal. While the regular 1996 D. penny was minted in large quantities, there is a rare variation of the 1996 D. penny that has become one of the most sought-after coins in the world of numismatics. The error coin that changed everything. So what makes the 1996 D. penny so special? Well, in 1996, there was a significant error at the Denver Mint that resulted in a small number of pennies being struck with a double die, or double strike. This error, which occurs during the minting process, happens when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, causing some parts of the design to appear doubled. This doubling effect can be subtle but noticeable upon close inspection, and it's what gives the 1996 D. penny its value. While most 1996 D. pennies are worth only their face value of 1 cent, the era coins have become extremely rare and highly valuable to collectors. In fact, there have been reports of some 1996 D. pennies being sold for as much as $73,503 at auctions. The reason these era coins are so valuable is because of their rarity. The error occurred only on a small number of pennies, making them an exceptional find for anyone who stumbles upon one. If you happen to come across a 1996 D. penny with the double die error, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Identifying a 1996 D. double die penny now, you may be wondering, how can I tell if my 1996 D. penny is the valuable one? Well, identifying a double die penny takes a trained eye, but with a little practice, you'll be able to spot it. The key area to check is the lettering on the coin, specifically the Liberty inscription. If the letters look doubled, with a noticeable shift in their alignment, you might have a double die penny. Similarly, you can inspect the date, 1996, and the word, "In God We Trust," for signs of doubling. When examining the coin, make sure you're using a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to get a closer look at the details. The double die error is typically very subtle, But once you know what to look for, it becomes easier to spot. It's also important to check for any signs of wear or damage to the coin. A coin that has been heavily circulated may lose some of its doubling features, which could affect its value. The best examples of this error are typically those in uncirculated or mint condition, where the doubling effect is most prominent. The current market value of the 1996 doubled die penny now. Let's talk about what you've been waiting for: the value of this rare coin. As we mentioned earlier, the 1996 doubled die penny has sold for upwards of $73,503 in recent years, but the value can vary depending on the condition of the coin and how prominent the doubling effect is. For a well-preserved coin with clear doubling, collectors are willing to pay a premium price. However, don't expect to make that kind of money unless your penny is in exceptional condition and shows clear signs of the error. Most 1996 pennies are still worth only 1 cent, and even the error coins with slight doubling may only fetch a few $100s. That being said, it's important to keep an eye on the market and stay updated on the latest auctions and sales. The value of coins can fluctuate over time, and what might be worth $73,503 today could be worth more or less in the future. How to sell your 1996 doubled die penny? If you believe you've found a 1996 penny with the doubled die error, congratulations! You may have just discovered a valuable coin that could make you a lot of money. But before you rush to sell it, there are a few important steps to take. First, make sure the coin is authenticated by a professional grading service. This will help verify that the doubling is a true minting error and not just wear and tear. Services like the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) and the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) can provide this certification. Once your coin has been authenticated, you can consider selling it through various channels. Online auction sites like eBay or Heritage Auctions are popular platforms for selling rare coins, and you can also consider reaching out to local coin dealers or numismatic shops. Make sure to get multiple appraisals to ensure you're getting a fair price. To wrap up, the 1996 Lincoln 1 cent penny with the doubled die error is a rare and valuable coin that could be worth a lot of money if you're lucky enough to find one. While most 1996 pennies are worth only their face value of 1 cent, the error coins can fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auction, with some even selling for as much as $73,503. Remember, spotting a double die penny requires a keen eye and the right tools, so take your time to examine your coins carefully. And if you do find a rare one, make sure to have it authenticated and appraised before selling it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and valuable insights. Until next time, happy collecting, and good luck with your coin hunt. If you have any questions or want to share your own coin discoveries, leave a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. Keep those eyes peeled for rare finds. You never know when you'll stumble upon your own treasure. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to dive into a fascinating topic: the 2002 Lincoln 1 cent penny, specifically the version with no mint mark. This is a coin that's worth a whole lot of money today, and you might be surprised by how valuable it is, with some of these pennies reaching up to $78,000. Let's explore the history, the rarity, and everything you need to know about why this penny could be worth such an insane amount. The history of the 2002 Lincoln 1 cent penny. The Lincoln 1 cent penny has a long and rich history, as it was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, the design has evolved, but the penny has always remained one of the most iconic coins in American currency. By 2002, the penny had been in circulation for almost a century, but there was a key feature that made the 2002 penny special, a certain variation that could make you a lot of money today: the 2002 no mint mark penny. In the early 2000s, the U.S. Mint was using several facilities to produce coins across the country. Typically, pennies are produced in one of three facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. Most modern pennies have a mint mark, either a D for Denver or S for San Francisco, indicating where they were made. However, the 2002 penny with no mint mark became a special case. The no mint mark variety was minted at the Philadelphia facility, which wasn't the norm. The majority of the 2002 pennies that were produced at Philadelphia were supposed to have the P mint mark. But due to an oversight, a small batch of them were minted without the P, and that's where things get interesting. Why is the 2002 no mint mark Lincoln penny so rare? So, what makes this specific penny such a valuable find? It all comes down to its rarity. The 2002 penny without a mint mark is considered an error coin because it was an unexpected variation of the normal 2002 issue. While a number of them were produced, this error wasn't immediately discovered by the public, meaning they were circulated and used just like any other penny. Over time, collectors started noticing this mistake, and it became clear that the 2002 penny without a mint mark was more unusual than anyone initially thought. Due to this rarity, the 2002 no mint mark penny quickly became highly sought after in the coin collecting community. The current market value of the 2002 no mint mark Lincoln penny, if you've got a 2002 penny without a mint mark sitting in your collection or hidden in a jar somewhere, it could be worth a lot more than its face value. In fact, the market value of these error coins can range from a few $100s to, believe it or not, a staggering $78,000, depending on the coin's condition and its rarity. Now, you might be wondering, why such a wide range in value? Well, the value of a coin like the 2002 no mint mark penny depends on several factors. Condition: coins that are in mint condition, also known as uncirculated coins, tend to command the highest prices. These coins have no visible wear and still maintain their original shine and luster. The better the condition, the higher the potential value. Rarity: while the 2002 no mint mark penny is rare, it's important to note that only a select few are in great condition. The more scarce the coin, the higher its price. Demand: coin collectors around the world are always looking for rare and unique pieces to add to their collections. The more collectors want a particular coin, the higher the price can go. With that in mind, if you've got a well-preserved 2002 no mint mark penny, you could be looking at a serious windfall, as high as $78,000 in some cases. In fact, the highest sale on record for one of these pennies was at a coin auction where the final bid reached that eye-popping figure. How can you tell if you have a 2002 no mint mark Lincoln penny? So, how can you identify a 2002 no mint mark penny in your collection? It's simple. Just check the front of the coin, which is called the obverse side. Normally, you'd expect to see a P mint mark under the word Liberty if the coin was produced in Philadelphia. However, for the no mint mark version, this is absent. If you've got a 2002 penny that lacks the P or any other mint mark, and it doesn't look like a regular, worn-out penny, it could very well be a valuable one. Keep in mind, though, that the condition of the coin will heavily influence its market price. The best way to get an accurate appraisal is to have the coin evaluated by a professional coin dealer or numismatist. How to sell your 2002 no mint mark Lincoln penny now? If you believe you've got a 2002 no mint mark penny and it's in excellent condition, you might be wondering how to sell it and cash in on its value. Here are a few tips. Get it appraised. First, take your coin to a reputable coin dealer or have it graded by a professional organization like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. They will assess the quality of your coin and assign it a grade, which will help determine its value. Auction it off. You can sell your penny through an auction, either online or at a live event. Auctions are often the best place to get top dollar for rare coins, as buyers are actively bidding for the item. Private sale. You could also sell it privately to a coin collector or dealer who specializes in rare pennies. This may be a quicker and more straightforward process. Regardless of how you choose to sell it, remember that rarity, condition, and demand are the driving forces behind the price of your 2002 no mint mark penny. The 2002 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is a fascinating example of how errors in coin production can create valuable and rare finds. With its potential market value reaching as high as $78,000, this penny is a true treasure for collectors. If you happen to have one, it's worth taking a closer look. Who knows, you might be holding on to a small fortune. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more valuable coin tips and information. Let us know in the comments if you've come across any rare pennies or if you have any questions about other valuable coins you might own. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Hey there, coin collectors and history enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into one of the most intriguing and valuable pennies in the world, the 2013 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. You might be wondering, a penny worth almost $50,000? How can that be? Well, you're in for a treat. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating history behind this rare coin, why it's so valuable, and how you can check if you have one in your collection. We'll also touch on its current market value, a staggering $48,931. Stick around because this is a coin you won't want to miss. Background and history of the 2013 Lincoln 1-cent penny. Let's start with a bit of background. The Lincoln 1-cent penny has been a staple of U.S. currency for more than 100 years. It was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Since then, the design has gone through various iterations, but it remains one of the most iconic coins in the U.S. However, there's one specific issue of this penny that's caught the attention of collectors: the 2013 Lincoln 1-cent penny without a mint mark. Normally, the U.S. Mint places a mint mark on coins to indicate where they were produced. For most pennies, that mark would be located on the obverse, front, side of the coin, near the bottom right. The mint mark can indicate that the penny was made either at the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, or other mints like the Denver Mint, D, or the San Francisco Mint, S. But in 2013, something unusual happened. Some pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark. These were supposed to have a mint mark. After all, the Philadelphia Mint is where the majority of pennies are produced, and coins from this mint normally do not have a mint mark. This mistake has made these particular 2013 pennies rare and highly sought after. Why the 2013 no mint mark Lincoln penny is so valuable. So, why is a simple penny without a mint mark worth so much? Well, this is where rarity and collector demand come into play. The 2013 no mint mark penny is considered an error coin because it was produced without the mint mark that should have appeared on the coin. As a result, only a small number of these pennies were minted. It's estimated that only a few thousand of these error coins exist today. The scarcity factor alone has driven up the price of these coins on the market. The demand for rare coins like this is incredibly high, especially for error coins. Collectors and investors alike are willing to pay top dollar for a piece of U.S. coin history that stands out from the rest. So, a coin like the 2013 no mint mark penny, which has such an unusual backstory and limited availability, is exactly what collectors are searching for. Another factor contributing to its value is the growing interest in coin collecting in recent years. As more people become aware of rare coins and their potential worth, demand increases, making these types of error coins even more valuable. How much is a 2013 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny worth? Now, let's get to the exciting part: the current market value of this coin. As of today, the 2013 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is worth an incredible $48,931. That's right, a penny that most people would overlook is now worth nearly $50,000. The value of the coin depends on a few factors, including its condition. A penny in mint condition could fetch a higher price, while one that's worn down from circulation might be worth slightly less. But overall, this is one coin that is guaranteed to command attention and top dollar. How to check if you have a 2013 no mint mark Lincoln penny? If you think you may have one of these valuable pennies hiding in your collection, here's what you need to do. Look for the date. The first thing to check is the year. It has to be from 2013. Check for the mint mark. Examine the area near the bottom right of the obverse, front, side of the coin. If there is no mint mark, then you could have one of these rare error coins. Examine the condition. The condition of the coin plays a major role in its value. If it's in great shape, you might be sitting on a small fortune. Coins in mint or near mint condition are more desirable to collectors and can command higher prices. Seek a professional opinion. If you believe you have a 2013 no mint mark penny but aren't sure, it's always a good idea to have the coin authenticated by a professional. A reputable coin dealer or certified grading service can verify if your penny is an error coin and help determine its value. Where to sell a 2013 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare pennies in your collection, you might be wondering how to sell it. There are several options. Online marketplaces. Websites like eBay are popular platforms where collectors buy and sell rare coins. Just be sure to list the coin with clear pictures and a detailed description, including its rarity and condition. Coin auctions. Specialized coin auctions are another great place to sell rare coins. Auction houses can help you reach serious collectors who are willing to pay top dollar. Coin dealers. If you're looking for a quick sale, a reputable coin dealer may be interested in purchasing your 2013 No Mint Mark penny. Be sure to get multiple offers to ensure you're getting the best price. In conclusion, the 2013 No Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is a prime example of how even the most ordinary-looking coins can have extraordinary value. Its rarity, combined with the demand from collectors, has made it one of the most sought-after error coins in the market today. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just getting started, it's definitely worth checking your change for this hidden treasure. Who knows? You might just have a $48,931 penny sitting in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos about rare and valuable coins. Leave a comment below if you've ever come across any other rare coins in your collection. Happy hunting, and see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on rare and valuable coins. We'll be back soon with more insights into the world of coin collecting. Until next time, happy collecting!